Guys, once you understand these basic bodies, then you can do everything. So now let's move to bustier. The next line you're going to achieve is your under bust line. So after getting your under bust line, I'm going to connect it like this. So this is my under bust line. Then after achieving this under bust line, I told you earlier that there's something we call upper bust. It is based on however you want it to be. And now I've marked out my upper bust line, and I'm going to connect it like this. And I labeled it on upper bust line. So on my under bust line, I'm going to measure the 0.7 that I have downward. I'm going to extend it upward instead of the dart. So the 0.7 you have on the both side of the dart, you are going to extend it to your under bust like this. You are going to connect it. If you use 1 inch on the both side of your waist dart, that means you are going to use that 1 inch on your under bust line like this. They are going to connect it, as you can see in the video. Got our under bust shape. So the next thing is to get the upper bust shape. So how do you do that? You are going to divide the shoulder into two. Not all the shoulder, but from the neck point to your shoulder point, you're going to divide it into two. So that point, you are going to connect it to your shoulder to nipple point on your dart line like this. So after connecting like that, you are going to take away 0.7 on the both side on your upper bust line. 0.7 on the both side. You are going to connect that to your shoulder to nipple point. So the next thing you need to do is to shape your center front. It's your choice though. So whatever shape you want it to be, you can do that to your pattern. But as for me, I am going down to my shoulder to nipple point. Then after doing that, you are going to connect the other side to your armhole like this in the video. To avoid a shorter measurement on your bust part, whatever that passes through the cleavage line, you have to return it back to avoid a shorter measurement. So as for me, I think I've got 0.7 here. So the 0.7 on the cleavage line that I'm going to cut off will be added back to the measurement on my bust part, and I'm going to connect it to my waist line like this. And as for me, I normally do a yoke dart. I normally add some darts to my yoke to avoid a yoke bug. So we are going to connect the yoke like this. Then I will have 2 points for the yoke. I have 0.7 on each side of the yoke. So I'm going to use one as a dart, and I'm going to add one back to my armhole. I mean, I have 0.7 on the both sides of my yoke. So I'm going to use the first 0.7 for a dart, and the other 0.7 I'm going to add it back to avoid a very shorter yoke like that. But at the same point, I have to use a dart to my yoke. So that means the first armhole is useless, and I'm going to use the other armhole as my new armhole line. Do you understand? Feel free to ask any question on this, but study this very well before asking any question, please.